So we're going to go through some reoccurring comments that we get and just give our response on what you should do in these scenarios when you're feeling like your motivation is lacking and you're starting to slack.
Mm-hmm.
Should I just go top to bottom?
Sure, why not? Even though I can't believe somebody would say this to me, but whatever. Like, hey, Chris, I want to go to Taco Bell instead of eating the food
Well,
given
listen,
in a.
it's been a long day. You're driving home from basketball practice or whatever it is. You know you've
Fucking
got
guy.
dinner. You know you've got dinner ready at home. It's a good, healthy dinner, fits your goals, exactly what ChatGPT told you to do for your macros.
Oh wow.
But but then you pass Taco Bell and you're like, man, a chalupa sounds way better than the chicken I have at home.
First of all, the fuck is a chalupa? Why do you know that is? Second of all, why the fuck do you know what that is?
I actually don't know what that is. I just know it's from Taco Bell, if I'm being honest.
Here's the irony: the motherfuckers who I want to see the motherfuckers who love them some Chat GPT over spending the money on a trainer. That what they say when they get that urge. Why don't you type that shit in? See what
You
it
should.
says.
Ask Jarvis.
But you won't because you don't want to hear what it has to say.
Mm-hmm. Which
Because
will
it's
be
only fact. But anyways,
yes.
but honestly, if you're thinking about that fucking chihuahua, like, go ahead, just fucking go, get it out the way. I mean, honestly, like, like fucking go, dude. Honestly, because if you haven't extinguished that little spark of bitch assness, I can't either feed it or fuck it. Pick one, because either way it'll come burn the fuck you back. And if you're not careful, you'll be bent the fuck over real quick. Because if it's not a chalupa or whatever the fuck that is, the next thing you know, you're going to be going full on a number 9 plus an extra side of fucking salsa or whatever the fuck is there. I don't even. I used to love me some Taco Bell when I was in college.
I do love Taco Bell.
I mean, I know exactly, but I'll eat the shit if I'm like in dire straits, or if I'm just feeling some type of way, fuck you. You know what I mean? Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah.
But I also know that what I eat better be worth it because my ass is going to be on the shitter for at least 25 minutes after. I hope it's worth it. I'm just saying.
That's true.
Right?
Fast food is like the one thing I can't bring myself to do. I have a really hard time. Like, I'm just stop at McDonald's real quick. Like, I would rather starve most days. Depends on the fast food too.
Who knows what a chalupa is? Fuck out of here.
Okay. What about when you're supposed to go work out? Your window is like 6 to 7 a.m. and after that you're fucked for the day. Like you got your kids and your work and everything, and it's just not happening after 7 a.m. But you're sitting there and you're like, I really want to skip this workout today. What do you tell yourself?
So this, along with the no one cares, work harder thing that we talked about before. Okay. All of the motivational shit that you could read or follow or tag or save, put on your screensaver or the background on your phone, podcast topics you listen to or keynotes that you flag, all of that shit. These are the moments. Okay. Kobe Bryant would make some shit about loving Ray Lewis, love the process. But this is where I say the significance over success matters the most, because the fact is nobody's going to fucking know one way or the other if on this day you quit, or if on this day you said, I'm going to stick through it. And if you stick through it like you're supposed to do, nobody's going to give you a fucking trophy. Nobody cares. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Right? You know what I'm saying? And if you don't go, again, no one's going to know. And if they do find out, like, depends on who they are. If they're over there telling you, like, oh, it's okay, girl, everybody needs a break. Yeah, that's why no one's going to remember your name, bitch. Fuck out of here. Now you got 2 nobodies together. Just a bunch of no ones.
We've got, it says no one cares, work harder all over our gym. And like, obviously we care. Like, that doesn't mean like I don't care about the clients walking through the door. That's ridiculous. But what it means is there was perfect example. The first week of somebody, she's been here about a year now, but she was a couple days in and she looked at me in the middle of a workout with just like straight misery on her face. She's
Why?
like, because the workout was hard. Like she was dying. And she looked at me and she goes, ugh, I was about to complain about this to you, but then I remembered no one cares work harder and I decided to
Yeah.
keep my mouth shut. And I was like, very good, you're learning.
Well,
Because
you could bitch because everybody wants to bitch.
right. And it's not about that. It's not about me or you or anybody not caring, like literally. It's about the fact that we've all got shit. You've got shit. And
Yeah.
you've got to keep going. Like, what's the other option? To stop? Well, then, cool. Now nobody cares, and you're sitting there going backwards. There's no one cares. Work harder. Just you don't want to. A lot of us don't want to. You didn't sleep last night. Neither did I. I never sleep.
Yeah.
So what? Either you're gonna do it or don't, and you could pick whatever you want. But if you've got goals, then there's only one thing to pick. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. This is a good one. You're at a social event and your friends
here
are
we go.
pressuring you to
Fucking hell.
to blow your diet. You're like, I'm not drinking tonight. And like, why? We haven't seen you in weeks and this is our night to go out and we're, in the middle of this bar and you're going to stand here in this bar and not even drink? Like, what's wrong with you? Then what do you say?
Social system of supporting prostitutes, the sororities, your punk ass friends. This is where you need to question your life choices. This is what we was talking before we started. These are the bitches. If I was your fiance, this is not the group of hoes you're going out with no motherfucking bachelorette party. This is not that group. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the motherfucker you end up on fucking bitchesdoporn.com or some dumb shit, fucking around like bachelorette party fuck because you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like nah. Why you're no fun, bitch? Bitch, I would rather be boring and fit than fun and fat. Fuck off. How? I'm doing visual dramatics for all 6 of you watching. You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, my first response was, all right, bet. I'm going to have this drink. Tomorrow you coming with me to do some motherfucking push-ups. All right? Every drink I do, because you fucking with my plan, every drink I take, every chip I eat every bite of that fucking chalupa is a half an hour you fucking with me in the gym. You want to support? I'll support you with this bullshit. Cool. You gonna support me too, some bitch, like a jock strap. Hold me up. Well, you're a female, you don't have all of that, but you know what I'm saying. How about a cooling pad for you when you're in that time of the month or something? I don't even know what bitches use, but you understand what I'm saying. Because in that moment, you'll find out real quick if those people were just fucking with you, or if they're on the same level as you. My guess is they would never bring it up in the first place. All right? Now, everybody's group of friends is different. You know what I'm saying? But when it's something important to you and you're trying to do some life-changing shit, the question is, did you go to them for support or approval or affirmation? Like, where were they? Because that'll tell you how much you value their opinion. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if you're just going out with your typical random, and again, age matters here, but if you're just going out with your 20-something and you're going out with the rest of your 20-something fucking dumb titties, I mean, what you expect? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And a lot of times I think you're out with your friends and you don't want the attention on you not drinking. Then it turns into this whole conversation and it's this whole thing. And I don't want it to be a whole thing. Like, stop paying attention to what I'm doing. Like, you pay attention to what you're doing. So by saying something like, all right, like I'll hang if you guys come to the gym with me tomorrow, come to my class with me, that automatically takes the focus off you and puts it back on them. Because it's like, that's not an outlandish request to be like, hey, come work out with me. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's not.
But
for sure,
they might see it as outlandish and they'll either back up and say, ooh, fuck that. Like, I'm not doing that. Yeah. You're fine. You stay over there. You do what you need to do. Or they'll say, all right, cool. And then you get your friends to come to the gym with you tomorrow and you can have one drink and enjoy yourself and then live the rest of your life how you want. Exactly. Which is how it really should be anyways. You know, you don't need either extreme really, depending on what you're after. You don't always need the extreme all the time. So I liked that one. that idea from like a practical standpoint, even because it does take the focus off you for a second and makes them have to look at themselves, which is what you really
And
want
you
in the
also
first
get a
place.
chance to get a snapshot of yourself just the same in terms of how comfortable you are in having that response. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's hard to
And that's a
like
deep ass
snap
rabbit
back.
hole to go to because you may realize
Yeah.
you're over here okay with lying to your husband about having a headache and not giving up that poontang, but you're, not okay with telling your friends about like this motherfucker. You got something wrong with you.
Yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah. And it's yes. Not only that, but it builds up your capacity to do that in different scenarios in the future. Like the
Yeah.
first time you stand up
Watch
for
your
yourself
habits.
like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The first time you stand up for yourself like that, that sticks. And it makes it easier to then, when
Yeah.
that trainer walks up to you next week, to say, hey, come back in 3 weeks and see where we're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or, any other time that
Or
somebody's got
you
to
may
say
even have the
something to you that,
confidence go talk to that trainer first. You see that asshole walking by, you'd be like, hey, motherfucker, come here. Guess what I just did? You give me a free session. If I like it, I'll sign up for 6. And I
yes,
guarantee you, they will take that option. If you want a fucking freebie, go get one. But you're gonna have to have the balls to ask. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely. Yep. All right.
What's next? We got
Next one's kind of the same. Someone says you're too worried about food in the gym. Like, gosh, you're too into that. Like, lighten up. But that's kind of the same thing.
yeah. Fuck off. This is stupid. Like you're too worried about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep
Well,
making those great life choices.
maybe you should be a little more worried about it. How about that?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Some,
you can't take advice from motherfuckers who are not where you want to be
yep.
in the first place. That's the thing. Like if somebody is where you want to be and has gone through what you're going through and they say, are you too worried about the gym or whatever? Why you say that? Then maybe I'd ask. Because if
Yeah.
you were successful, if you're doing shit that I'm trying to do or achieve, there's a lot of different ways to get at it, but yours clearly worked for you. I'd like to know how and why and whatever else. Maybe we could grab a drink and talk about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's different
Yes.
ways that you could work that out. All right.
That's a good point. I did not think of it like that. Of if it's somebody that actually you respect
Yeah.
in the way of what you're trying to get done yourself, then
Mm-hmm.
maybe it is worth a listen to be like,
Yeah.
whoa, what do you mean I'm doing too much? How? Because that is
And
possible.
it's
Again,
hard
like
to the emotional connection, right? I mean, you probably should never want to invite somebody to eat at your table if you wouldn't be willing to starve with them at theirs. You know what I mean? It's like
that's
spam mail. Like there's a reason why shitty ass spam mail goes directly to junk, right?
mhm.
So filter that shit.
Yes. Move along.
Move along.
Move right along. The weight isn't coming off and you don't know why. Like you're doing all the things. You feel like you're eating chicken and rice at every single meal. You're going to the gym 5 days a week, and nothing is happening. Your pictures look the same. Your
How long
clothes
has it
feel the
been?
same. Good question.
So that's the thing. If
Mm-hmm.
it's been 5 minutes, dude, go outside, take a deep breath, probably
Go
take
for a
your
walk.
shoes off, I'd say, and then run as fast as you can headfirst into the side of a brick fucking wall
Don't
and
do
see if you can't
that.
knock some sense into yourself. It's been 5 minutes. Calm the fuck down, right?
Take your shoes
Well, I'm just saying, because that way it'll hurt on the way there too. And there's a chance that it might hurt so bad, you could save yourself the agony and embarrassment of slamming faux head first into a brick fucking wall. But if it hasn't been, and it's actually been a significant amount of time, I would, in my experience, motherfucker, you know why it's just not going right. Because
Mm-hmm.
you got a little something, you got a little chalupa on the side, you taking where you ain't supposed to be. You know what I'm
Yeah, or
saying?
you got
Something.
wine every night for it's just a glass of wine. No, it's not just a glass of
Yeah,
wine.
he's just a
It's
friend.
just the reason you're not losing weight.
You see what I mean? So now listen, there are people who do go 1,000% on it and they're bang. Again, though, the amount of time given to something is a relative standpoint because 3 months obviously is better than 5 minutes. But, and just because 3 months, 2 months time, 1 month time, somebody else that's going to the gym has seen results doesn't have any effect. It's two different people. How you react to two different
100%.
fucking things. And if you're, you know, say 25 to 50 years old or whatnot, you ain't got this way overnight. You didn't become this bad out of shape in 3 months. This was years in the making. You may have
Right.
started to realize some shit was wrong during a 3 month span, but it takes time to fix. This is where
Yes.
the measurement process comes in. Your goals, you know, I mean, you may feel like you're not getting any results, but then when you get retaped and repinched or recalibrated for composition, all of a sudden you're like, fuck, I'm 5% less fat than I was 3 months ago. You may not feel like
Yes.
it just because you're in the weeds right now. You're going through hell. Don't stop. If you're going through hell, why
Yes.
the fuck would you stop? You keep pushing the fuck forward, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We've got a client who's got insulin resistance, pre-diabetic. It's
Mm-hmm.
been a very slow go. And she is one that gives it her all every time she's here. She's very strict on her nutrition. She'll do anything we ask her to do as far as that. And she's honest about it. Like she really, truly does
Right.
stick to it 100%. But for someone with insulin resistance, it is just a slower process. Her A1C has gone down a little bit. Every time she gets her blood drawn, it goes down a little bit more.
Yep.
You know, she saw her body fat percentage the other day and almost had a breakdown because it's still much higher than she wants it to be. But she made the mistake of not getting that done before. And now we're at the point where she's like, God, I wish I had that from a year ago or, you know, whatever it
Yeah.
is. So she's making progress, but it is
Mm-hmm.
very slow. And that's just in some cases how it is. But progress is progress. And you can't say it's not coming off if it is, even
Mm-hmm.
if it's super duper slow.
Yeah.
Like
Just be careful
nothing's
not
going
to
up.
make the mistake of thinking that that I don't want to say lack of progress, but
Slow progress is still progress. Like you
yeah,
can't
it's
make the
not, you're not
mistake of
going
thinking slow
backwards.
progress is, yes,
Okay. Even if
slow
you stay the
progress
same for a week, which is totally possible. And
and
females, I
very
hate to tell
normal.
you, if you're still bleeding every month, you're fucked for that week. It's just the way it
Yes.
is.
And usually the
Barometrics,
week before.
they have an effect. Okay. So you're already at a handicap, right?
Yeah.
That you're already at a handicap. It is what it is. Barometrics can
We met,
change, you know, all of that shit matters. So cut yourself a little bit of slack on it, right? And
watch
measure
the trends
different
over time.
things so you can
Yes.
say, all right, well, if 1, 3, and 2, or 1, 3, and 5 are my baselines, I'm 2 and 4 are gonna go fuck you with me on these weeks. Then if 1 month comes along and 1 through 5 are all down, I mean, shit, take it. Don't question and be like, well, how come last month it wasn't fucking like, stop it. Take your shoes off, go outside head first. So you get the common sense back into you know what I'm saying? Because it's like if you're never satisfied, fucking hell, man. If you're never satisfied, then it doesn't matter how much you work.
Yep.
That realization, that epiphany of your own self-worth shouldn't have to come after a catastrophe. And it's a
Hmm.
shame that it does, but it doesn't have to. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Next one. This is your favorite one.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
You can't get motivated. I'm just not motivated anymore.
Fuck off. We are not the same. That's why no one will
Brick
remember
wall.
your name.
I don't think we
Jesus.
even need to talk about that one.
Well,
That's,
honestly,
I mean, it's like you,
you're bored.
then you're doing
You're
it
not
wrong. Yeah.
unmotivated. You're
I don't,
bored. You
yes.
know, I think
Yeah.
that's a big reason why shit like American Ninja Warrior and CrossFitters probably have taken off over the last 20 years because it's not boring. I mean, CrossFit to me
Yeah.
is what it is. It's cool. It's whatever. I get it. It's just, I'm not
I
trying to
think,
fucking bring myself to like immunal failure because I'm that bored. Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? But
well,
I get it. It can be
mhm.
boring.
Yeah,
And if you put a
for
TV
sure.
on, you get distracted. Like you and I, especially with our ADHD issues. Goddamn, man, I
Can't,
cannot have a TV on. My ass would be like 1,
no.
2. Oh shit, what's the score? And all of a sudden, an hour's gone by. I'm fucking cold. Like it's, you know what I mean? But to not be motivated is either you're bored out of your mind and you ain't got nothing to look forward to, or you don't value it in the first place. And sometimes it's not always a deep thing, I don't think. Right? I don't think so anyway.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just don't
I
want to
mean,
do it.
yes. And that's the other thing. Like CrossFit and High Rocks now, all those types of things. There's very, very clear objectives. CrossFit, I want to be lifting the RX weight. I want to hit a PR on my back squat. I want to deadlift or clean or whatever more than I've ever done before.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep pushing that number up higher. So I'll kill myself in the next
Well, listen,
15-minute Metcon
I don't
so
think
that I
that's
can.
wrong. If you want to set a PR for yourself, right? That's something.
No, not at all.
That's a
Absolutely.
bucket
But that's
list.
what
In a
I'm
way.
saying. That's
Yeah.
a reason people are motivated in a sport like CrossFit is because there is something very clear that you're
But
working
I'm saying
toward.
when you say shit like I'm gonna kill myself, like they know that that's what it's gonna take. So I don't want anyone
Right.
confused that we're not necessarily talking down about the process. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I understand why it works for some people.
Yes. Same with High Rocks. The High Rocks is not, I mean, it's that race, High Rocks, right? They do like ski erg and they run, they do a bunch of burpees and sled pushes and stuff like that, like whatever.
Sure.
But it's something to work toward. It's something that you're excited about, something you're looking forward to. All your training is centered around being able to do A, B, and C better. Like that is a good way to go about a goal. And so if things like that do motivate you and you've now become bored with that process, then you know that you need something shiny to be working toward that motivates you. Like find those patterns in your own behavior and see what it is last time you were motivated, what got you there kind of thing, and go from there. Maybe this time it's not a High Rocks competition. Maybe this time it's you have family pictures scheduled on the beach when you go to Mexico. And that's the event that you're training for. There's
Again,
all sorts of different
orientation.
ways that you can go about that. Yeah,
You know?
100%. Rethink your goal if you are truly unmotivated, quote unquote.
That's basically it, right?
Yeah, I mean, the other ones we kind of already. This last one, though, it's like the time of day you'd normally go crazy with overeating, but you're really trying not to. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
for
again,
that's
the chalupa thing. You know,
that's true. If you're gonna do it, just do it.
you got to know
All
that
the
that's
way.
coming. I mean, again, how you look at the journey from inception to setting a goal to truly understanding what it's going to take. Shit like that will probably come in as a detractor. Like, well, I really want that, but, and I know that at 8:00 p.m., I'm starting to look for that fucking bag of Skittles right there. And which is,
Yep.
that's me every fucking night.
Same.
You know? But
Except it's
again,
like 10 o'clock.
I'll go ahead. So I make a little baggie of Skittles. I have me some Skittles. And then the fucking next day, I kick my own ass. By myself. No help, no motivation, no nothing. No motivation, no matter. I just sometimes to not think about it is the best medicine, because when ignorance breeds confidence. The more you know, the more you start thinking about shit, things slow down. You start finding another way to ice skate uphill, which is a fucking disaster waiting to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm not saying don't think shit through, but when you overthink, it's almost always going to end up in a fucking nightmare. Almost always.
That's true.
So, if it's that time of day when you would normally drop the ball on some shit, and if it's too much to ask to just stop, and you don't want to bother thinking about replacing shit, then just like the chalupa, go ahead. Fuck it. What else are you going to do? Because you either do or you don't. How, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you either do it or you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and these all kind of go back to that, which was our point in the first place.
Yeah.
Was that a lot of these, it's like, listen, you either figure it out or you don't.
Yeah.
And the way you figure it out might be different situation to situation. Maybe you do have to spend a couple nights stuffing your face, overeating, seeing that you're a couple pounds up on the scale a few days later and you want to die to make you not to make you next week be like, oh, I'm not doing that again. You know, sometimes you do have to have that like icky moment to put the things in perspective and to realize you didn't really need that in the first place.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's as easy as telling yourself to shut up and just go anyways. But you're going to figure it out or you're not.
We're not confused by the fact that the truth bomb is big, right? If you're going to get into this journey, you are in fact doing it to save your own life. And the dick punch is you could die anyway. I've known some healthy motherfuckers that have been always active and healthy and still find a way to get cancer. Right? But you're either going to help the unhealthy or you're going to help the healthy. The versions of you, that is. I mean, which one's it going to be? But I'm unhappy, or I'm happier. I would rather be fat and sassy. I mean, fucking, if you're happy, go be fat and sassy. You know what I mean? Go. I better not hear your ass complain when you on your deathbed at the ripe age of 40. You know what I mean? If you beep when you back up and you less than 50 years old, motherfucker, and you never had a traumatic injury, get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. You know what I mean? But if you're happy, then shit. Back it up and dump it, girl. Go ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you do you.